All right, everybody, welcome to the Chump Change podcast. I'm here with the great and powerful Miss Cami's playlist. This is my first time ever talking to you. This is my first time ever seeing you. What should I call you? What should your name be?
Cami.
Cami. Nice.
Yeah,
That's
thank
nice.
you.
My bad. I'm just like super like sketchy about pulling the trigger. It's like the thing where like you forget to press record and then you're like a dummy.
Right.
All right, so Cami, I came across your YouTube channel. It was like a music playlist type channel, and like you do talking, you do a lot of talking head. So that's basically like you
Yeah.
insert yourself and like you just talk about going through your Instagram. You talk about like music nobody knows about. What do you mean by that?
Not really. It's pretty mainstream actually. I just talk about things that I like to listen and that I think people should listen as well. Things like that.
Nice. You have a little bit of an accent. Am I right? What is that like?
Yeah, I'm from Brazil originally.
Oh no way. Yo
Yeah.
yo falo un poco Português.
Oh, cool. How did you
Yeah.
learn that?
Actually, I have been taking Brazilian Jiu Jitsu since 2016. You
Okay.
ever tried it?
No, but I know a lot of people that knows a little bit of Portuguese because of that.
You know something funny? Me and like all my friends, every time we see a Brazilian or like we meet a Brazilian, we think automatically like everybody's like a black belt. They could like choke you out, you know? Like that's just like the common thing where it's like, oh, Brazilian, watch out, protect your neck. But yeah, cool little YouTube channel. Did you started this year?
Yeah, but
What
you're
did I say?
saying that
Yeah, your YouTube
everything.
channel. You have a pretty healthy growth. How many subscribers do you have right now?
What?
You have a really healthy growing YouTube channel. How many subscribers are you at right now?
No, a bit over 1,000. I think a
That's perfect. That's
thousand
great.
60, something like that.
When'd you start?
I started like 6 months ago, like in a consistent way, like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm still getting to understand how it works, but I'm happy with what I have now.
What made you start your YouTube channel?
Because I only talked about music anyway, so I was like, maybe I should do something about it. Like I like talking and communicating, so I was like, why not talking about stuff that I actually like? Because maybe someone out there likes it as well.
How long have you been using YouTube?
YouTube, like I had a YouTube channel before, like 2 years ago. It was working out very fine, but I wasn't very happy about it. It was in Portuguese, it was another subject.
Yeah.
So then I just decided to start over and talk about what I wanted to talk about.
Word.
So
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think YouTube Brazil is like the second most popular YouTube. Yeah, like
yeah,
that's a huge following. Like I know if I go on Wikipedia and I look up like top 10 YouTube subscribers, I think there's like two that are Brazilian that I've never heard about. But it's
right.
80 million subscribers. I don't know about it because it's like I'm like American. So like
Hmm.
I never hear about them, but I know it's like that has a big following right there.
Yeah, no, Brazil is pretty good. I think not only when it comes to YouTube, but like in general, you can see like the fan base over there. It's pretty big, so it's nice to have the audience. But like if you stop to think, like less than 10 countries speak Portuguese, so you're kind of missing a lot, and a lot of people are missing your content as well. So if I know how to speak another language,
Yeah.
so you would be a way smarter to do something in
Yeah,
another
like
language.
that English speaking market is huge. I know it's like the Portuguese market, of course the Spanish market, and then like Russian. Like Russian, Spanish, English and Portuguese are like the main ones.
Yeah.
I don't
So
I don't think China cuz I don't know too many about like foreign politics, but I know it's like I think China's like YouTube's banned in China or something like that. I think that's why they're
oh
like
really?
or
I don't
there's like
know.
super heavy restrictions about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I know they kind of have their own thing going on
Yeah.
over there, but I really don't know about how the YouTube in there works. I
So
know in here it's pretty cool.
So you said you started YouTube on your other channel. You said that one was mainly like vlogs, but it was like Portuguese style, or it was the same thing as the was it the same thing like music based, or was it like
No,
vlogs but just like vlogs in Portuguese or something?
No, I started to travel by myself. Then I started vlogging it, and it worked
Nice.
out well. Like people start following and following. But with that, it gets too personal, so it doesn't get
To
that
vlog.
fun anymore. Because
Yeah.
then they keep asking about like personal things of traveling and stuff. So I didn't want to do that anymore. And like
Yeah.
my main thing is music anyway. So
Hey, I'm an idiot when it comes to music. So it's like unless you're in like the top 10 billboards, like I barely know these SoundCloud rappers. But like I think I knew nothing about the ones you recommended. So you're like, are you very underground on purpose, or like how do you find this stuff? Is it
I
do you
don't
use
know.
SoundCloud, or are you using like how do you know?
What?
Do you know what SoundCloud is?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
like
I don't use it that much.
exactly. Like I for me, SoundCloud is like underground rap and like hip hop. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like the ones that use like, how do you even find that? Like you know?
It really depends. Like I never put like pressure, like, oh, I have to find new music, I have to find new artists. I think it's something that is natural. Like when you like music, you end up like liking other stuff. So I'm pretty mainstream actually. Like I
Yeah.
like a lot of things that it's popular right now or that they were popular a few years ago. And because you see their interviews and stuff like that, they recommend and you end up finding. I like listening to the entire album as well. So in this album thing, you end up finding music that no one knows about, but actually I think I'm pretty mainstream.
Growing up in Brazil, do you listen to like a lot of like British or like American influenced music? Like for all I know, like do you even know who Michael Jackson is? I don't know. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, like
sure.
for example, like how
Pretty
big is
big.
a person like that? Like is that like worldwide, or like even the Brazilians know who like MJ is? Like you guys know like Justin Bieber, of course, you know?
Yeah, but you're talking about people who are like very, very big. So,
Fuck yeah.
of course, they know those people in
I
Brazil.
got you. I
Like,
got
what
you.
happens is sometimes a band is not that popular in Brazil. So that's why they don't play in there that much or something like that. And it's pretty normal in here. But like, usually, especially nowadays that you have internet and stuff, like, they know everything that is going on over here. I think here it's a little bit more open, especially in LA, but they do know what's going on.
Hey, I was gonna say, are you a fan of the Fast and the Furious movies?
Not really. Why?
Okay, perfect. Because the most famous, like I guess, like not even Brazil. I don't even know if it's Brazilian, but it's like Portuguese. Is I think in Fast and the Furious 5, the one where they're in
Why?
Brazil, Danza Kuduro.
Mm-hmm.
That's like
Yeah.
the most famous song that like I love. That's like I think Brazilian Portuguese influenced. But here's something also too. Growing up, when you would hear like American songs, so like I have friends who don't, because I'm Spanish, Guatemalan.
Mhm.
So like I have friends who don't speak Spanish, and like I'll either show them like a Spanish song, and it's like a joke. So we're just kidding, but they'll tell me to like they'll go like, Steven, this song is like, it might as well be in Chinese. I don't know what they're saying, but I like the beat. It, is that what happens when you hear like American songs or like English songs? Mainly, if you don't, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, because the thing is that everything that happens in the United States ends up going everywhere
That's so crazy.
around.
Yeah.
So like I believe that not only Brazilians but everyone grew up like listening to American songs.
Yeah.
So for us it's kind of like familiar, like pop is the only pop we know. Like nowadays we have K-pop and things like that. So
Oh no
it's
way.
getting
Yeah.
more open right now. But I think everyone grows up like used to that. But the opposite happens. Like you're showing like a song in Portuguese and then they don't understand at all, but they kind of like it or not. But
Are you big into K-pop right now? Like, do you listen to any songs?
no, not really. Like the people are subscribed to my channel. Some of them like it
Yeah.
a lot, but I don't have a lot to add when it comes to that.
I love their dance moves, but like, but the music's a little too much. You know, like I don't
Yeah,
really
no, I
understand it.
yeah, I'm not like naturally like a pop person, so
Yeah.
That's why I think they're pretty cool.
So how do you feel about like your channel growth and like something big of like I'll call you a small channel and I'll call myself a small channel. Like you'll get some videos that blow up and you'll get some videos that don't. I have a couple other friends that also do YouTube. How do you not get discouraged, or like are you discouraged right now? Like, do you ever feel that? Are you ever like, damn, like this one didn't do good, this one did good, or are you just like,
No, I like you have to be in a very good mental place to understand the difference.
yeah,
Like, of course, it's frustrating when you work a lot on a video. I don't know how it feels for you, but for
yo, I'll
me, a
work on
video,
like a video for like 6 hours, edit it, add music.
yeah.
Like I'll have like a story in my head, and then like it won't do good, or like I've even like spent like 10 hours on a video, and I'll even watch it myself, and I'm like in my head, I'm like, dang, this is kind of garbage, Like in my head, it didn't come out how I thought it would.
Yeah, no, for me, it requires like a lot of time because I'm always talking about something else, like bands or etc. And when you're talking about bands and artists, they have fan base. So you have to be very careful with your information. So it requires a lot of time to do research and film and edit it and etc. And if it doesn't perform well, it's very frustrating because you spend a lot of time doing that and people didn't like it. And in your head, that was a good idea, but apparently it's not. But, but like, I don't like to put this pressure on myself. Like, if it's not performing well, so maybe I did something wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the wrong topic, or I don't know what happened. But it's an excuse to look at it and see how you can improve. But I'm not afraid for numbers, for example. Like yeah, it has to be. If it blow up's fine. If it doesn't, fine as well.
Yeah. So me personally, I've been on YouTube since 2014, but just like uploading like I would upload like just like my life. I never took YouTube seriously until the lockdown. So like what I'll do is I'll make like
Right.
stupid little vlogs, upload it, and I didn't care about like anything. It would just be like for like because I don't have Facebook. I just have Instagram and YouTube. So it's like my YouTube is my Facebook, where like I'll upload the stupid pictures and stuff, and like just like whatever. But it's like this YouTube game is like a really really mean hustle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I take it serious. Everyone who would follow me can notice that. But what I mean is that I do not have this pressure that I have to have like thousands or millions of views
Yeah.
and subscribers. Like I see it as a job, and I take it like in a very professional way because if YouTube doesn't work out, it's a work that I've done entirely by myself. So I can find another job in the future with that.
Yeah, I feel like
But
with
when
like
it comes to
editing and like
numbers,
filmmaking with like YouTube, like
yeah,
I never understand how people like just go cold turkey or like they don't do anything. Like I feel like it's like the long game. Like it's eventually gonna pay off if you just keep going and you build your fan base. Like you're gonna reach
hmm,
something.
yeah,
Do
I
you have
think so.
yeah? Do you have a certain schedule right now, like when you upload, or is it kind of like just whenever you find something good?
No, no, like I upload twice a week.
Oh shit,
If
nice,
I can't upload twice a week, then I let them know. It's usually because I'm either working in a longer video or something
nice.
extra, or because something is going on, like it's a holiday, then I know they're not gonna watch. But usually it's every Tuesday and Friday.
Nice, you have a certain schedule. Do you feel like
Mhm.
YouTube was like easier or harder because of the lockdown?
For me, it was harder. But because I like concerts and I like going out and interviewing people and
My
stuff like
my bad to interrupt you. I've never been to a concert in my life. That is
that.
a bucket
No
list. That is a
way.
bucket list I want to do.
Really?
This podcast, this episode is perfect because it's I'm like I don't know if I said it in the messages or if I said it when I started this. I'm just completely like just dumb and like ignorant when it comes to just music in general. Like I'm telling you, if you're literally not in the top 10, like if you're not like Michael Jackson, I barely know the Beatles, you know what I mean? Like music is like whatever for me. Like for me it's mainly like martial arts,
Interesting.
fighting, and like filmmaking. Like if you're talking films, if you're talking like the UFC, like you're speaking my language. But it's like once you get to music, I'm like, like have you heard of
Interesting.
Jack Harlow?
Who?
Jack Harlow?
I don't think so.
Boom, perfect. I just put you on something. Jack Harlow, he has like the number one song in America right now. What's poppin'? So it's like
Right.
I like this dude's been around for like a year and a half, and I barely found out about him like a week or two ago. You know?
Right.
Yeah. So it's like
Yeah,
that's. You know.
interesting. Yeah, yeah.
Do you find that kind of weird? Like I've never been to a concert. Like I've never
No,
had an urge. I've
I
never had
mean,
an urge.
it's weird for my reality because to me it's like the best thing that someone can do. But I understand that if you're not like really passionate about any artist or band like that much to face a crowd and spend a lot of hundreds and hundreds in a ticket, I
Yeah.
understand. I mean,
Have you ever been
I
to
don't get it, but I see it.
Yeah, have you ever been to Coachella?
No, not yet. I was gonna go this year at 2020.
Oh shit, no. Yeah,
First time.
I have a buddy that goes every year, and he says like I've seen like your friends take Snapchat videos and stuff. Like I've seen the madness, and I'm like, yo, that looks really cool. Like I've seen like Kanye West concerts, and I'm like, oh, that's like lit, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you big into like those like EDM concerts too? You know what I mean?
no, I got to listen to EDM like last year, 2020, but not a lot. It's
Yeah.
still not my favorite thing. Like some stuff I like. Like I don't know if you know Sophie Tucker.
Put me on. Put me on. I'm gonna
She's
write this
really
down.
cool.
Yeah.
They're really cool. And but like Rufus Solo, it's pretty cool as well. Like it's EDM, but in general, it's not my thing.
Yeah. Those stuffs are crazy. Like people do the body paint, and then they like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the coolest part, though. But like the music itself, I'm getting to explore now.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. All right.
Hmm.
This is gonna be a big one. People want to know, how do you deal with hate? I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're like. I don't care if you're Jesus. Everybody gets hate.
Yeah,
Haters. Just like, what do you do? Have you experienced it yet? Have you been hit hard? What? Tell me.
I have in my other YouTube channel because it got really popular, like in Brazil. And of course, like when there's a lot of people watching, a lot of people are gonna like it, but a lot of people are not gonna like it as well. And now, after 2 years, I know that is not personal. Like like they just do it because they're either bored or they don't agree, or it's just because it's easier to hate on someone when you're not in person,
Yeah.
you know.
Face to face. Yeah.
So right now, like if you say that you don't care, like you're lying because every no one likes to be hated on. But at the same time, like what can you do? Like you're exposing yourself, so it's gonna happen anyway. At the same time, that a lot of people are gonna like you as well. So
Also another thing too. This one's for me personally. How do you like? How do you stay real and how do you not be cringy? And what I mean by that is like, for example, I've been aware of the podcast game for a bit, and I know people who do these interview styles, videos where like they won't say bad words or they're gonna try to portray themselves to be something like they're not. And like
mhm.
I haven't really, I've only seen like low key, like I've only seen like a video or two, like I've like skimmed it, so because it's like I just don't get it, but I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. So like, what do you do, as in like how do you not stay cringy, or how do you not be like clickbaity? If you are, I don't know, maybe you have clickbaited, maybe you do like for example, when you're on the camera, everybody knows the typical, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be doing like whatever, tutorial on this, and then they
I,
smile, and then next thing you know, off
yeah,
camera they're like beating their dog or something. I don't know.
yeah. I never thought about that. I think it does happen natural for some people. At the same time, that it doesn't happen very natural for other people. I just feel like that long term, if you're not being yourself, is not gonna work out because you can't
Oh yeah,
keep a
people
character
see
for a
through the
long
BS.
time.
Yeah.
And like it's a job anyway, like talking to a camera is a job. So of course you, like in any job that you're working on, you have to present yourself in a certain way, right? You have to be professional. I don't know if that's the question.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like you have a niche audience. Like if you're trying to get System of the Down, and you're trying to get like savages, and like you're painting like your face like gothic black, that's your audience. or like
Right.
you know you're trying to be happy and go lucky. You're trying to like be a good example for the kids. You know. Mm.
Yeah. Uh,
I've so funny thing about that. I have a buddy who is also on YouTube, and like we've had conversations where like he's like, "Oh, I don't do this, I don't do that, because it's a bad influence for the kids." Mind you,
right.
we're both like 23 years old, and I'm like, dude, no fucking kid is watching you, you know? There's like a
Yeah.
disconnect, and it's like, all right, like I guess, you know?
Yeah. No, I can see that. Like yeah. No, I see what you mean, but at the same, yeah. I think that you have to be authentic, but you have to be mindful that there are people watching and
Yeah,
that you have no control over that. So if I could choose between being someone that the parents want their kids to watch me, I'm gonna way more choose this option than not be a good example. You know, I'm not trying to be a good example, not at
yeah.
all. But but also I don't want, I don't know, like
Or I
a
mean, like, be
kid to
genuine. Like, if
watch it and you're
you're a good
embarrassed.
person, people will know you're a good person, you know? Like they'll see
Yeah.
through the BS. I've always believed that. Just
Yeah,
be
no,
yourself.
but I for sure I don't want to make anyone embarrassed by being watched something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, I gotta ask you something. So, have you ever have you tried doing online concerts? So before you answer that, so I before the lockdown, I was trying to get into the comedy game, like I still
Mhm,
am, you know, like joke writing and like trying to get into like jokes and like the LA scene comedy. So like when
mhm,
that shut down, like all of California is being stupid right now. You can't do any live comedy. So it's
mhm.
like around like midsummer, I saw that these online comedy shows are popping up where you can do these Zoom talks and like you can do comedy and like stand up comedy to other people
Mhm.
online. The cringiest shit I've ever seen. So I'm like, what's your opinion about like those online concerts? But again, like, my bad. I could like talk for days, but I'm using an example. I don't know if you know like not Trey Songs. Do you know Megan Thee Stallion?
Mhm.
Okay, the guy who shot Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So he does like
No.
Instagram live shows of like DJ
Right.
concerts. That's cool. But then there's like those like online concerts where it's like okay, whatever you're gonna say. Have you you know?
No, yeah, I see what you mean. It's not my thing for sure. Like, to be really, I wouldn't say that I hate it, but I don't like it either. Like if I'm dying here and I really feel like I need to see a concert, or if it's one of my favorite performer, then I want to see it. But overall, I hate it. It's not my thing at all. Like for some people, it's perfect
Yeah.
because some people doesn't really like to be in a crowd or fighting for a spot. But or paying for expensive beer. But for me, I don't know. It's not the same thing. I don't really like it.
I can see how it's kind of cool, like in my perspective for concerts. But if I'm giving my 2 cents, if you're trying to laugh and you're trying to see an online Zoom stand-up comedy, you're wasting your time. So I'm warning you for that in case you just ever like, oh, let me see, don't do it. You jogged my memory about like live concerts. So
Right,
I've never been to a concert, but like I hang around a lot of like fighters, like boxers and like MMA fighters, and I have one of
right.
my boxing friends. His name is Chris Haro. Shout out to you,
Okay.
Chris. He goes to like these like underground LA like gothic like mosh pits. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So like they play a lot of like underground music, and he told me that one time his friend invited him. There was like it was like in somebody's backyard. They're playing loud music, and he didn't know what he was going into. It was like his first time, and he got like sent into the middle of the mosh pit, right? I don't know if you ever been around fighters. They're the craziest people you would ever know. Like you come across like felons, you come across like lawyers, like just like different walks of life. So my buddy
Right.
Chris said that he was in the mosh pit, and like he said there was like sweaty dudes all around him, and he had like an anxiety attack, and he said he socked somebody in the back of the head in front of him. And then he just had to get out of there, and I was like, "Bro, what are you doing?" And he was like, "I don't know, man. They were too close to me." And I was like, "Huh, that is true." Have you ever, when I look at concerts, I've definitely I've been big in the club game, like when I graduated high school. So like that, like, okay, I'm not gonna even say that's a concert, but I'm saying I'm not a weirdo. Like I go to bars when they were open.
Okay.
I've been to clubs and I've been around the club scene. like in Hollywood. So it's like I've been in like small areas where it's like loud music and there's like a lot of like mosh pit type area, and like you're jumping up and down. That shit is fun as fuck. I don't know if that's how concerts are, but that's like crazy fun. So that's what I'm saying. Like I've been in those scenarios. Like,
Right.
is that what we're talking about, or like for the type of concerts you go to?
No, but I see what you mean. But
Yeah.
like for me, it's a different vibe. Like I don't know. The energy is just really cool when you go to a concert, and I feel like most of people who attend concert, it's more like they are very passionate about a band or an artist, and they just want to see them live. You know, have the feeling of singing the songs out loud and things like that. But I see what you mean. It's fun as well, but.
Yeah, I want to ask you two questions. First one's gonna be like a bad question. So like being around the club game and like being around different walks of life of guys, I'm self aware that there are creepy guys, and then like they just don't know. Like there's like a disconnect. We're like, yeah, man, you know, like this and that. So like when you go to concerts, like how does it work with like dancing with girls, or how does it work with like often, how often are you getting like people guys approaching you, trying to talk to you, hit on you? Is that a lot for a woman?
That's a good question. Like, if it's general admission or a festival or something like that, I actually don't have any problem. It's actually the opposite. Like, because usually the concerts I go to, like, it's rock bands and stuff. So the guys, they're usually huge and etc.
Oh shit.
So they look at me and I guess they feel bad. So they always let me
What
go
do you
in
mean?
front of them and
What do
give
you
me
mean they feel
space.
bad?
I don't know. I think I'm just way smaller than they are, so they just look at me
How
and they
tall are
let
you?
me. I'm 5'4".
That's not sure.
Yeah, but for Dan, like
Oh yeah, if you're at
6.
like those rock and roll
But
concerts, yeah, I know
yeah,
those.
so
Yeah,
I don't have any problem with that. But when it's small venues, then usually it's a problem because then I don't know, the space is smaller, the security isn't that well focused.
yeah.
So you gotta be paying attention like all the time. But I guess this is comes with being a girl. Like you gotta be paying attention all the time, everywhere. Doesn't matter the situation.
Yeah, I'm self aware of it. Where I'm like, ah, dude, you know, like every time or like I know what's up, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Good that you know, because we need people to be aware of that.
You're probably the only Brazilian, or you're not the only Brazilian person I know, but you're like the only like Brazilian person, like young Brazilian person I know. Um, how would you? Oh yeah, because my jujitsu guy is like a instructor. He's like 40 years old.
Right.
Yeah, so it's how would you say American men and like Brazilian men are? Wait,
In what context?
when'd you come here to United States?
hmm I think um, I think American guys are more polite
Oh
than the
really?
Brazilian ones. Yes, but at the same time, I feel like Brazilians are more friendly. So
Every Brazilian I've
I
met's friendly. Yeah,
it really
I've come
depends
across
on
a lot of
what.
like American assholes, but like
No, I get along with both people in general, but it really depends on the context of what you want to know. Because, like, in general, I would say that Americans are a way more polite than Brazilians, but Brazilians are a bit more friendly.
yeah.
That's my experience.
All right, yeah. Dang. Do you feel like during the lockdown, like do you care? Like, do you feel like anything is like for like concerts or like music? Do you feel like stuff's getting like put down, or do you feel like music's still going up even though it's not like live shows? Because I'm gonna use a MMA example. Even though like most gyms around the country are closed, there's still fights going on. There's still big boxers fighting. You know what I mean? Like there's stuff is still
hmm
going on. What's up with musicians, or at least the
No,
ones you
yeah, for
listen to?
sure. The concert industry it's kind of fucked up now because there's no way we can make the same amount of money that we made when the live music was actually live. And also, like the concert industry, there's a lot of employees involved. And right now, like we don't have as many people working as we had. But music itself, I guess it's going higher, like when it comes to business and etc. Because people are finding ways to make money anyway, and people are home more all the time. So they need more entertainment. They need more music, more concerts, more music videos. So if you stop to analyze, maybe you don't notice because you're not very connected to music. But if you stop to think, like 2020 was actually a very good year when it comes to music release, because the album were really good because people were actually listening to it and working on it harder.
All right, I want to ask you a big question about that. What do you subscribe to on like music streaming services?
I'm sorry.
What do you subscribe to? Like, do you have Apple Music? Do you have
Oh, I use Spotify.
Spotify's the main one?
Yeah.
I've never used Spotify, like, but I do know at the end of the year they do like the top playlist and like, is there
Yeah,
any
that's the
difference? Is it?
main fun of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I never tried anything else. I know I get that's why I used it, because in Brazil they're the most popular one, and I've been
Spotify.
using Spotify since day one. So ever since I came here, I didn't see a reason to change. I really like that. So
Nice, nice. Do you ever want to go into music, singing or anything?
sorry.
Do you ever want to become a musician, singer,
No, no,
songwriter?
no,
No,
no, no,
just a fan, big
no.
fan,
Not at all.
number one fan.
Can't.
Who's your favorite person right now? It doesn't even have to be underground. It could be like big.
Right now, I've been listening to a lot of 21 Pilots. I don't know if you know
I know
them.
them. I know that name, but I can't name one song. Like I'd have to like just type him in on YouTube right now, and then something will pop up. And
Right.
oh, I know that
Yeah,
song.
21 Pilots, Bring Me the Horizon, Miley Cyrus, her new album is really good.
Oh yeah, she's cool.
So Post Malone, those are my favorite right
Yeah,
now.
Post Malone. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, kind of random.
No, no, no. That's good. That's good. Do you have anything new coming up? Like, what do you have like coming up on your channel, or even in life? Like, what do you have coming up? It's 2021. Isn't that crazy? Low key,
Yeah,
2020
I
flew
know.
by.
I can't believe it. Yeah, no, I just have my music videos, my YouTube
Yeah.
videos. Yeah, releasing my singles. No, I just have my YouTube videos, and I'm gonna start streaming soon. So I'm still figuring out how to do that, because I want to just do something for the community. I don't want this to feel like work, you
Yeah.
know. But that would be like the new thing coming up.
I think you told me in the beginning of the podcast, but how long do you average to edit your videos?
It depends on the video, like from 6 to 13 hours.
Fuck yeah! All right, that's like yeah. I just want to know like make sure like I wasn't the only one. Like it take like, a lot of people don't know like behind the scenes like that's a mean hustle. This YouTube game, it's a mean hustle.
Yeah, it's a lot of time. Like if I could choose anything to have right now, I would
Editor,
hire an editor,
editor.
because it takes a lot of time.
Yeah. What's your setup right now, by the way? Like, for example, like, do I look like how visually do I look good?
Yeah.
Because I'm using a DSLR. Audio wise, I'm mad because I think it's only capturing through my computer speaker, and then I have a
Right.
ring light.
Okay.
What about you? What do you use? Are you like iPhone?
No, I just have like right now I'm just using my webcam.
Oh no
The
no, I mean I meant for like your YouTube videos. What do you? Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And I have like a Canon
yeah
D7X.
yeah yeah.
Yeah, I really like it because you can take it everywhere. And I have like a softbox and stuff like that, but I don't use. I like the natural light better.
Yeah.
And I have this microphone that I forgot the name, but you put our
Oh, you got a
head,
lavalier?
like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm. So it's pretty simple. Like there's not a lot, but I like it.
For sure, for sure. All right, Cami. I think we're gonna end it right here. I
Okay.
think, I think we did like 40 plus minutes.
Okay.
Um, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. The
Mhm.
fans are gonna love it. Your fan base is gonna grow. When you make it big, please don't forget
Thank
me.
you.
Please don't forget the little people.
Sorry, I didn't hear
Huh?
that
Oh,
last time.
I said when you blow up, don't forget the little people like me. Okay.
Oh, okay. No, stop.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. If
Thank you.
anybody could find you, where are you mainly on? YouTube at?
YouTube, Instagram, now on Twitch as well. So
And your YouTube is Cami's playlist.
yeah, just that.
Before you leave, how is the Twitch game? So you live stream on Twitch?
I will. I didn't start yet. I'm trying to understand what they want and what I want.
Do you plan on doing like video game gameplay on Twitch
No.
or no? Like
I couldn't.
'Cause I'm
That
pretty
would
sure-
be humiliation.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure you can just like live stream yourself, right, on Twitch.
Yeah. So that's the thing, because it would be just talking, but we need to have a topic. But you have to have a lot of content to keep talking nonstop for an hour.
I'm self-aware of Twitch, and I can't remember this girl, but it's this one girl who's like the biggest on Twitch, and I think she just does
Right.
what you just said. She just talks, and she sits on her like on her chair in front of her computer, and she just talks. I think she just like reacts to YouTube videos, and she's like one of the biggest people on Twitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, yeah, like Twitch games.
Yeah,
like,
I
it's a
don't
mean little hustle.
know yet. I guess I'm just gonna find out once I start. But that's the plan, is to start soon.
Okay, thank you, YouTube, Instagram, Cami's playlist. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for joining the Chump Change podcast. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.
Bye. Thank you.